Military fighter pilots, both current and former, have now turned against Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth following the ongoing fallout from Signalgate. And what these current and former pilots had to say indicates that they're not necessarily only upset that they were discussing these classified or, top secret military attack plans in a, group chat. It's the response from Hegseth and by extension, this entire administration that these pilots are pissed off about. They spoke to the New York Times in a piece published late last week, and one of them said this: "The whole point about aviation safety is that you have to have the humility to understand you are imperfect because everybody screws up. Everybody makes mistakes, but ultimately, if you can't admit when you're wrong, you're going to kill somebody because your ego is too big." That is the perfect statement for this. This entire administration, from the moment this story broke a week ago, has tried to pass the blame, right? Oh, somehow it's Jeffrey Goldberg's fault. Mike Waltz went out on Fox News and said, maybe he got himself at, maybe he disguised his number. Mike Waltz, you added him to the group, dude. You did that. And you're already trying to say that I couldn't have made a mistake. This guy screwed up. You got John Ratcliffe blaming Biden, which I will talk about in a later segment. But all of these people trying to either blame the reporter for getting in there, blaming the Biden administration, blaming other people. Nobody wants to take any responsibility for this massive violation of the public's trust, of the military's trust, and of our allies' trust. We have foreign countries that have already said, listen, I may not share intelligence with you anymore. This is so egregious. So yeah, this is a big issue. Another pilot said, quote, "When you disclose operational security, people can get killed." I mean, it's that simple. You've got people on this group chat that should not have even been involved in it, you're not even talking about the reporter, but other people who didn't need to be involved in it, on an app that could be hackable. Because again, these people's passwords, their email addresses, their cell phone numbers were later found online. So yeah, that seems a little dangerous. People could have hacked into this and seen what was going to happen. Another one, who is a current pilot, said, quote, "We intentionally don't share plans with people who don't need to know. You don't share what time we're supposed to show up over a target. You don't want to telegraph that we're about to show up on someone's doorstep. That's putting your crew at risk." Within the military, and Hegseth should know this because he was in the military, there is this overwhelming sense of camaraderie, of brotherhood, of sisterhood, protecting one another. We're all in this together. Yes, we're out there protecting the United States. Yes, we put our lives on the line, but we try to protect our own as much as humanly possible. So for Hegseth to act so recklessly and potentially put lives in danger, that has shaken the core of the military. But here is what I need people in the military to understand. This is not uncommon from Republicans, showing this reckless disregard for your life. It has been going on throughout my entire career in the media. I mean, some of the earliest stories we did on Ring of Fire were talking about the fact that the Bush administration wouldn't buy body armor for soldiers that were getting blown up every day. In fact, they actually sent the information out to the parents of the soldiers and said, look, if you want to buy your kid body armor while he's over here getting blown up in Iraq, you do it yourself. They have always shown this disregard for active duty service members and shown even more disregard once you're a veteran. They don't take care of you. You are cannon fodder to them. And yet, overwhelmingly, the lower brass of the military, the people that are on the front lines, they vote Republican. Once you start to get higher up, according to people I've spoken that are higher up in the military, it's actually far more liberal than you would think, which was very, refreshing to hear. But down on the ground, those people are overwhelmingly conservative. and they need to understand that the conservatives do not care about them. And this Signalgate scandal is just the latest in a very long line of conservatives not caring about the safety of our troops. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.